In this video, I will show you how to install Ubuntu 24.04 LTS Noble Numpad on your computer in under 10 minutes. This brand new easy Ubuntu installation guide will help you quickly install and set up Ubuntu 24.04 on any PC or laptop. The only requirements of this video: you need 8 gigs or higher USB drive to create a bootable USB with Ubuntu, a computer on which you want to install Ubuntu. For demonstration purposes, I will be installing Ubuntu 24.04 on a laptop running the latest Windows 11 operating system. If you notice, my system has 2 drives. Drive 0 is related to Windows 11, and drive 1 is the spare SSD where I will be installing Ubuntu 24.04 LTS. Now, with that being said, let's get started with the Ubuntu installation walkthrough. First, head over to the Ubuntu website and click on the download link to get the latest Ubuntu ISO. While it's downloading in the background, head over to this website and download the Rufus. You can also use Ventoy or Balena Etcher to create a bootable USB with Ubuntu. And for this video, I will be using Rufus to burn the Ubuntu ISO. Once the downloading of files is complete, place them on your desktop for easier navigation. If you're installing Ubuntu on a laptop, go ahead and connect it to the power source. Then connect your USB stick to your computer. Now double-click to open Rufus. Select the USB device and import the Ubuntu ISO. I'm going to choose the partition scheme as MBR, which works with both BIOS and UEFI systems. You can also use GPT on UEFI only system. I'm going to leave the rest of the options as default and click on Start. Now follow the prompts and accept to start creating a bootable USB with Ubuntu. This will take some time depending on the writing speed of your USB drive. Now once it's done, it's time to boot the system into BIOS. You can turn off the PC and boot into BIOS settings using the keyboard shortcut based on your motherboard. Now mostly it could be F2, F9 or Escape key. If you don't know how to boot into BIOS, I'm going to show you the easiest way to boot into BIOS settings from Windows. Simply click on the Windows Start menu, hold the Shift key and click on Restart. Then your computer will enter into Windows Options menu. Click on Troubleshooting, Advanced Options and select UEFI Firmware Settings. Then click on Restart to boot into BIOS. In my case, my computer has booted into the Startup menu, and I'm going to press F10 to access the BIOS setup. In the UEFI BIOS, enable USB boot. Then you can enable or disable Secure Boot. It's up to you. I'm going to keep the Secure Boot enabled because Ubuntu supports this feature and there's no need to worry about it. Now once it's done, save the changes. While it's rebooting, I'm going to access the boot menu by pressing F9. Then I'm going to select USB flash drive and press the Enter key to boot into Ubuntu Install Media. Now this will bring up the grub menu. You can choose the first option and press Enter to try or install Ubuntu. However, on some newer systems that have both integrated GPU and discrete graphic card, the system may not be able to load the Ubuntu installer or may get stuck in a boot loop. In such cases, you can forcefully reboot your computer to the grub menu and select the Save Graphics option to boot into the Ubuntu installer without loading any GPU drivers. This option can only be used if the first one doesn't work for you. Anyway, I'm gonna choose the first option and press enter. Once your computer has booted into the Ubuntu live session, go ahead and connect to the internet using Ethernet cable or Wi-Fi. Then set the system language and click on Next. Do not touch the accessibility settings as it may crash the installer. So skip this option by clicking on Next. Now select a keyboard layout and click on Next. For internet connection, ensure your system is connected to Wi-Fi or wired connection and click on Next. Then select Interactive Installation. From the Applications page, you can choose the default selection that installs essential applications, and the extended selection includes more applications and useful tools. I'm going to use an extended selection, then click on Next. Then tick both options to optimize your computer by installing recommended drivers in this section, then click Next. This will bring up the disk setup page. If you want to install Ubuntu alongside Windows 11 on the same drive, you can choose the first option. I made a video regarding this topic, so check the video link in the description. However, I prefer to install Ubuntu on a separate drive, so I'm selecting the second option. You can also use advanced features like LVM and use the ZFS file system. For now, I'm going to choose None and click on Next. Then you need to select the drive where you want to install Ubuntu. Click on this arrow icon and choose your drive. Now, this is my 120 gig SATA SSD I'm going to use. Now go ahead and create a user account. Select your time zone and click on Next. This is the summary of the installation. If you want, you can freely go back and make any changes. But for now, I'm good. And simply click on the install button to start the Ubuntu installation. It will take a few minutes, so sit back and please be patient. Once it's done, click on Restart. Upon restart, you will be prompted to remove the USB drive and press Enter. Now your system will boot into Grub Boot Manager. Notice that it also detected Windows Boot Manager from the other drive. This way you can boot into Ubuntu and Windows 11 easily. For now, let's boot into Ubuntu 24.04 LTS. Now go ahead and log in with your password. This is the welcome screen you will see after the first boot. Click on Next. You can choose the Ubuntu Pro subscription to receive software and security updates till 2034. I'm gonna skip it. If you want, you can share your data with Ubuntu, and this is the information they are grabbing from you. If you're insecure, you can choose not to share and finish. And that's pretty much it. This is how you install Ubuntu 24.04 LTS on any PC or laptop in under 10 minutes. I also made a video about things to be done after installing the new Ubuntu. So do check out the video link in the description for more information. If you have any questions or queries, do post them in the comment section down below. I will try to help you. Thank you so much for watching. This has been KSK. I will see you in the next one.